Hey y'all, it's your girl Tatsu back with another book video. Admire the makeup for a second. Oh my god. Do I celebrate the holidays? No. No, I don't. Am I obsessed with this makeup look? Yeah, I am. Basically stole it from somebody offline, altered it just a little bit to make it a little bit more me. AKA I just added the white little line there, and that's basically it. Anyway, we have a wrap up coming to you now. It's a pathetic wrap up, but we're gonna keep these on time at the least. I basically only read the books that I read in my last vlog, which was about like reading books from the Dollar Tree. I started other books, but I had a bad reading month. I just didn't read, didn't feel like it. So let's do the actual wrap up, and then we are going to talk about the books I didn't finish, and then also I'm going to make this like a TBR for April. Otherwise this video will be like 3 minutes long. So here we go. Okay, so I'm not going to go into details about these just because, again, they are in my Dollar Tree vlog, and what is the point of that? So I'm going to be very brief about it. Let's get it done. All right, we have Out in the Open. I gave this 3.3 stars. It is about a boy running away from his home like village, finds an old man living out in the wilderness, and they travel together. Okay. Cry Macho. This was my first Western book. It's a man that was working at the rodeo, and his life is kind of like falling apart. He's no longer working at the rodeo. His boss ends up sending him kind of on like a little side quest adventure. And I loved this, actually. I'm not going to lie. I think it's at like 3.8 stars. And honestly, I loved this. The only reason why it didn't get a higher rating is because there was an unnecessary romance towards the end that I was like, y'all could have just tossed that the fuck out. I liked the ending though, for the most part. Again, minus that little romance area that we didn't need. But I enjoyed this, especially for like a Dollar Tree book. Apparently it's a movie, and I think I might watch the movie because I enjoyed this so much. I was highly surprised by this. But the real shocker for this month, oh my god. So I didn't get to tell you my rating in the last vlog for the Dollar Tree books. I kind of just said what my prediction was, is I thought I was going to give this 4 stars, and I did. Okay, we have Ellie is Cool Now. This is my first rom-com. Yee. I don't do romance. I love comedy. Who doesn't love comedy, right? But I'm not the biggest like romance girly when it comes to my media. I'm a hopeless romantic in real life. Like, I'm going to show my friends this fucking love that I'd give a partner type shit. But I don't really care for it when I'm watching it. And it's because I feel like it's always the same thing. They fall in love. There's a reason they can't be together. They end up together. Oh, okay. Wow. So shocking. So amazing. This was so cute though. I don't know if you could tell how much I tapped that up. But I had such a good time with this. Like, I genuinely had such a good time with this. There were so many parts where I was laughing. Me and the main character are like so similar, down to the fact that we both like our bacon basically burnt. Like, what is that? That's too many similarities in my opinion. Too many. So I really connected to this. It's about a woman that is a writer for a TV series, and to get the promotion she wants, her boss is making her go back to like her hometown, go to her high school reunion, and get like a new perspective on life. And that's when she like falls in love with her high school crush. Basically she never was over that man. But there you go, boom bap. Okay, it was so cute. It was genuinely so cute. I loved this. I had such a good time with this. It makes me think like maybe I do want to read a few more romance books. I think it would definitely still have to be a romantic comedy, because there are parts of this, like, it could have been, in my opinion, like 75 to 100 pages shorter, because it's a little over 300 pages. And there was a part, probably like 75% into the book, I was like, okay, we could wrap this up. We don't need her to extend her trip. We could just, that whole extension of the trip part, I feel like we could have just chucked out the window. It was very unnecessary. Personally, didn't understand the point of that. But I loved this outside of that. So I think I will give some like romance books that are like well known. So please comment below your favorite romance book. I think the only other romance book I've read, and I don't even know if it's considered romance, was Dowry of Blood. I'm assuming that's romance. That's my best friend Jan's favorite book. Well, one of her favorite books. I enjoyed that. It's a vampire book, not really my thing, but I did enjoy that. So I'm like, maybe romance. I don't hate it as much as I think I do. Because there were so many parts. Again, loved it. Thought that was great. Okay, now let's get into the books that I started, but I didn't finish. Which one of these is actually kind of pathetic because it's an 80-page book, and I made it to page 12. I tried to like cram it at the last minute. I was like, well, read this in a day. I didn't feel like reading that day, baby, so it didn't happen. Okay, it just didn't happen. Anyway, header. This is an extreme horror, if I'm not mistaken. I got this from my bestie Jan's fiance, basically husband. That's what I went to go say 5 seconds ago. Joey. He couldn't read this because it's written in like the accent of basically hillbillies, right? And it's a little annoying, but I also just got done reading a book last month called The Girl with the Louding Voice. 5-star read, only 5-star I've had this entire fucking year. Highly recommend that book, first of all. But that main character, her first language is not English, so it was already written in like a weird dialect. So I'm kind of already prepared for it going into this, which is what I think that was the main reason why Joey's like, I'm not even going to try to read it because it's written weird. I don't blame him. It hurts your eyes at first. It hurts your brain at first. But it's 80 pages. I can get through 80 pages of this. So far, I don't even know why I stopped, because even right here where I'm looking at where I stopped, I remember it's going to be so exciting. Like, this is about to be a very brutal, messed up book. And I just put it down. Why? Maybe I'm going to binge this tonight. Because, again, it's so short. But this will be finished in April, so that's a TBR. Or currently reading. I didn't mess that up. Okay, anyway. Prequel. I've been reading this. This was supposed to be my nonfiction for the month, but I was not really in a nonfiction vibe for most of the month. The book is good. I'm enjoying the shit out of the book, actually, which annoys me that I didn't read this, like, faster, because I do feel like I'm forgetting some of the things already because I'm taking so long to read this. But it's about an American fight against fascism. It's basically how the United States was Hitler's blueprint for the Holocaust. He got his ideas from how we did slavery. How to manipulate the public into thinking, hey, this is a good idea, we should do this. They're our problem. Sound fucking familiar? 2026 is ghetto. Anyway, 2025 was ghetto. 2026 is, oh my God, what are we doing in this country? Anyway, so this book is basically just linking how America has low-key been fascist for a while. And now they're just not hiding it anymore. I didn't realize who the author was. Rachel Maddow, I think is how you pronounce her name. I've watched a lot of her clips because she's a news anchor. I watch a lot of her clips. She talks a lot of shit about Trump, just like I do. So I am a fan of her. And then once I realized this was her book, I'm like, no wonder I'm liking it so much. That's even better. But yeah, I need to just finish this. I'm about 100, I think it's 110. Yeah, 110 pages in on chapter 10. And I don't remember how long this is. It's a little over 300 pages. So there's no reason why I'm dragging so much. I just, again, it was a bad reading month. That's it. That's all I got for you. Then I also started, look at me reading more than one book at a time. I'm proud. Let's take a moment. Because I'm normally that person, like, if I'm reading one book, that's all I want to read. But I'm also now getting to a point where it's like, girl, sometimes I want to mood read. Like, I'm not in the mood for nonfiction. I don't want to learn something. I want to get lost in something. And that's where it's like, okay, pick up a fiction book. So I also started, but also, because it's like, oh, well, I just said one fiction, one nonfiction, right? Yeah, well, extreme horror to me doesn't necessarily scratch the itch for fiction all the time. Sometimes I don't want to be grossed out. I just want to read something, which I don't feel like this was the great choice to go with because it's definitely about real life horror. A Long Way Gone, Memoirs of a Boy Soldier. And I think I put this down because I knew it was going to be brutal. All I read was like, it's one page. It's one page that I don't know what we consider this. It's not marked as anything. I don't know, a prologue? I don't know, an introduction type thing? Literally, I'm about to be on chapter 1. Like, I didn't even start this yet. But let me read this page to you. And I'm bad at reading out loud, so don't make fun of me. Don't make fun of me. Anyway, It says, my high school friends have begun to suspect that I haven't told them the full story of my life. Why did you leave Sierra Leone? Because there is a war. Did you witness some of the fighting? Everyone in the country did. You mean you saw people running around with guns and shooting each other? Yes, all the time. Cool. I smile a little. You should tell us about it sometime. Yeah, sometime. Be fucking for real. That shit, well, I was like, yeah, that must be a white person. And yeah, I'm half white, right? Half white. But to say that, to say cool after someone says, yeah, we saw people running around with guns shooting people all the time. How is that cool? That's traumatizing as fuck. Oh my God. So yeah, that was interesting. Then we also have the Little Book of Conspiracy Theories. Joey got me this. Or Jan. They were together. They picked it out. They got it for me because I love me a conspiracy. But at this point, let's be so for real. They're not conspiracies. They are just truths that come out later. Okay. Sorry, we had to break it for a second because my sister just came over and she didn't realize I was still filming. Anyway, we're wrapping this up. Kinda, ish. This is, I think this is Jan's book. Yes, it's definitely Jan's book. It says, we can never leave this place. Obsessed with the cover. Obsessed with the cover. Oh my God, is that gorgeous. I have no idea what this is about. Anyone who's new here, I like to go into my books blind, so I'm not going to read the back to find out what it's about. It's a shorty but torty. We got about 100 pages for this book, and I'm pretty sure it's an extreme horror. I'm here for it. I'm going to take this with. I'm going to Europe in literally a week. This is going to be one of the books I take with, and I'll binge it on the plane because I think it's like a 8-hour plane ride. So this will be coming with. Another book coming with is called Blowout: Corrupted Democracy, Rogue State Russia, and the Richest, Most Destructive... I can't see because there's a sticker over it. Industrialization on Earth? Industry on Earth? Let me just take this shit off. Yes, the most destructive industry on Earth. This, actually, I might not take this one with because I'm already going to be taking a lot of other ones with. Sorry, I'm thinking about this while I'm on camera. But I will be reading this in April. So we will be finishing prequel, same author. We're going to finish prequel and then we're going to start this one. Do I know if I'll finish this one in April? Probably not. Let's be real. I got too many other... The fact that there's already, this is 4 other books. Granted, they're all short, but that's still 4 other books. 5, because I need to finish this one. I don't know who I think I am. This will probably not get touched, but this is on my hopefuls. What will absolutely get touched and is coming with me to my Europe trip is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Jan loves this book. This is her copy. Like, she loves this book. She tabbed this thing up like crazy. I'm super excited. She got me my own copy when she was at Half Price Books, so that's super cute. I'm taking both copies with so that I can annotate this while I'm reading, but then also look at her shit. So yeah, I don't care. We're bringing books, which is crazy because tell me why when I was coming back from New York, my suitcase was going to be a few pounds over. So they're like, you have to unpack something out of your luggage. And I unpacked a few books and it was the exact weight. Like I unpacked the exact amount. I was like, oh yeah, I'm good, baby. I know what I'm doing. Point is, it's going to take up weight, but I don't care. I don't care. The idea of needing to go back to annotate sounds absolutely crazy to me. And then I'm not going to annotate her copy, but I need to know her notes. I don't want to go back and read her notes afterwards. So they both got to come. This is probably an extra 3 pounds right there. But you know what? It is what it is. But yeah, so wow, I spent longer talking about my TBR for April than I did talking about my wrap up for March. That's pathetic. But hey, at least I filmed. I did it. This will get posted on the right time. That's all I care about at this point. I've also started to realize because I read so slow, I'm probably only going to post twice a month. Sorry, everybody. Eventually, I'll probably get better at that, especially because I'm about to be having a whole life change where I do think I'll have more time for reading. But for right now, twice a month, the goal is to always have a wrap-up video and then just some type of random filler video. I think the next filler video I'm going to do is recommending my favorite self-help books, because I'm very big on mental health, and I feel like I have some really great recommendations that literally changed my entire life that I would love for you guys to also be able to read or just know about and be able to recommend to other people if it's not something you're necessarily interested in. But yeah, so I think that's going to be my next filler vlog. But yeah, twice a month, babes. Sorry, every Tuesday is nonsense. I don't know who I think I am. Actually, I do. I'm inspired by Jan, because that bitch can post like 3 times a week. Inspired, but not her, okay? I don't need to copy her. I don't need to be her. Just inspired by her, which is why this channel even exists, and that's enough for me. That is enough for me. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate you. You already know, I appreciate your patience and how everything is rough as hell all the time. But anyway, sorry, I just looked down at like my nose ring. I thought it was halfway out my nose. I don't know if you can tell I went cross-eyed. Editing, Tatsu, crop that. I'm about to go to dinner now with my sister, her husband, and my mama. I don't know where we're going. I don't care because I'm freaking hungry. So, bye.